Hello everyone and welcome to the MathDBase.com Anacast series. I'm your host, John Kisiedu. In this installment in the Development of Mathematics series, I will discuss percentages, Part 1, Fundamentals. The word percent comes from Latin, meaning for each hundred. A percent indicates a fraction with a denominator of 100. This symbol is used to indicate percent. 100% represents a whole or entirety of something. Percents smaller than 100 represent parts of a whole. Percents larger than 100% represent more than one whole. 50% means 50 over 100, or 50 for every 100, and is reducible to 1/2, which is 1 for every 2. Since 50% is the same as half, its decimal equivalent is 0.5. This rectangle has been divided into 100 equal sections. The circle has been divided into 2 equal sections, and the square has been divided into 8 equal sections. Half of the sections, 50%, 50 in the rectangle, 1 of 2 in the circle, and 4 in the square, have been shaded in each of the shapes. 100% of the sections would represent the entire shape in each case. 100% of the circle represents the whole circle. 50% represents either the top or bottom sections, or any other sectioning of the circle that creates 2 equal parts. 150% or 100% plus 50% represents one whole circle and half of another circle which is identical to the first. 200% of the circle would represent 2 identical circles, 2 times 100%. People often say that they will give 110% effort. Since 100% represents all of the effort that they or anyone can have to offer, where would that extra 10% come from? For that matter, why not offer 200%, 300%, or even 1,000%? Percents can be written as decimals, as fractions, or as a combination of the two. To convert a decimal to a percent, multiply the decimal number by 100 and attach a percent symbol. Multiplying by 100 moves the decimal point 2 places to the right. For example, converting 0.04 to a percent, rewrite it as a fraction with denominator 1, then multiply top and bottom by 100. In both cases, the decimal point will move to the right 2 places, and we will have 4.0 over 100, or 4%. Since the fraction has been multiplied and divided by the same number, 100, the value of the fraction has not been changed. 3, which can be written as 3.0, can also be written as the fraction 3.0 over 1. Then multiply top and bottom by 100, which will move the decimal point over 2 places, giving us 300 over 100, or 300%. To convert fractions to percents, we can use one of 3 methods. In the first, if 100 is a multiple of the denominator, rewrite the denominator as an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. The numerator with an attached percent symbol represents the percent. For a review of multiples, see our Multiples and Divisibility series. For a review of equivalent fractions, see our Fractions series. For example, to write 4 over 5 as a percent, since 100 equals 5 times 20, 100 is a multiple of 5, and 4 over 5 is equal to 4 times 20 over 5 times 20, which is equal to 80 over 100, or 80%. Given 987 over 1,000, divide top and bottom by 10 to reduce the denominator to 100. Then we have 98.7 over 100, or 98.7%. For a review of how to work with decimal, see our Decimal System series. Method 2, if 100 is not a multiple of the denominator, divide the numerator by the denominator, then multiply top and bottom by 100 and attach a percent symbol. For example, write 5 over 12 as a percent. Dividing 5 by 12 gives the mixed recurring decimal 0.416 continuous, with 6 as the repeating digit. For a review of recurring decimals, see our Decimal System series. Write the mixed recurring decimal as the fraction 0.416 continuous over 1. Then multiply that fraction by 100 over 100, or 100%. The numerator will become 41.6 continuous, and the denominator 100, which equals 41.6 continuous percent, or 41 2/3%, converting 6 continuous into a fraction. Percents are a convenient way of comparing quantities. Civil Service Examination 1 has 85 questions, and Civil Service Exam 2 has 90 questions. Compare the scores of Sandra and Jane. If Sandra answered 79 questions correctly on Exam 1, and Jane answered 86 correctly on Exam 2. Written as ratios, Sandra answered 79 of 85 questions correctly, or 79 over 85. Jane answered 86 of 90 questions correctly, or 86 over 90. When converted to percents, Sandra's score was 79 over 85, which equals 0.929 times 100%, or 92.9%. And Jane's score was 86 over 90, which equals 0.956 times 100%, or 95.6%. Both percentages have been rounded off to one decimal place. In the last example, we rounded off the decimal equivalents of 79 over 85 and 86 over 90 to one decimal place. Each is a non-terminating decimal. To round off to a particular decimal place, increase the value of the digit in that place if the digit in the next position to its right is 5 or more. Otherwise, leave it as is. The percent equivalent of 79 over 85 rounded off to two places is 92.94, and that of 86 over 90 is 95.56%. Method 3, if 100 is not a multiple of the denominator, multiply by 100 and attach a percent symbol. To write 13 over 8 as a percent, multiply by 100%. Dividing both 100 and 8 by 4, the highest common factor, we get 13 over 2 times 25%, which is equal to 13 times 25 over 2%, or 325 over 2%, which simplifies to 162.5%, or 162.5%. To convert a percent to a decimal, remove the percent symbol and divide by 100. Let's write 8% in decimal form. Since percent indicates division by 100, 8% is equal to 8 divided by 100. Writing the whole number in decimal form places the decimal point right after it, so 8 is equal to 8.0. Dividing by 100 is equivalent to moving the decimal point two places to the left. So 8% is equal to 8 divided by 100, which is also equal to 8.0 divided by 100, or 0.08. 32.5% is equal to 32.5%, since 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.5. And 32.5% by the definition is equal to 32.5 divided by 100, which is equal to 0.325, moving the decimal point two places to the left. 0.04 and 7/8% is equal to 0.04% plus 7/8%. 7/8 as a fraction is 0.875. So 7/8% is equal to 0.875%. Now we have 0.04 over 100 plus 0.875 over 100, which simplifies to 0.0004 plus 0.00875, or 0.00915. To convert a percent to a fraction, remove the percent symbol and divide by 100. 75% is equal to 75 over 100. The highest common factor is 25, so 75 over 100 is equal to 3 over 4 in lowest terms. 0.75% is 0.75 over 100. We can express 0.75 as a whole number in the numerator by multiplying top and bottom by 100 to get 75 over 10,000. But 25 is the highest common factor of 75 and 10,000, so the fraction can be reduced to 3 over 400. Here is a list of some common percents along with their equivalents in fraction and decimal forms.